What's up, guys? Matthew, you're getting ready to watch Season 2, Episode 3 of Oshi. The first two episodes of the second season have been phenomenal, arguably my favorite two episodes of the show as a whole. So, this season, and specifically the La 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 storyline, are really hitting me entertainment-wise, emotions-wise, personal passion-wise. I'm really hyped to see this. Obviously, the sort of, I would say, rivalry between Abiko and Goa is rising in intensity. I would assume that this is going to blow over in a big argument in the next couple episodes. And then obviously speaking about rivalries, Kana and Akane love triangle is happening right now. So I'm very excited to see how all of this plays out. I'll obviously talk a lot at the end of the episode, so I just want to hop into it. If you guys do like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I've got the full reactions up on Patreon as well as multiple weeks ahead. Please check the YouTube comments to see the exact episode I'm on if you're interested. And most importantly, if you do enjoy the content that I make, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. It really does help me out. Let's get in episode 3. Playboy! Holy crap. Good, I want Ruby! More Ruby! You snake motherfucker. I want Frill and Minami to have an expanded role too. Especially Minami. Oh my god. Big actors slipping into her DMs? Nana, who was that? Nanami? You gotta step up your game. You need a talk show appearance. It feels like the first Miyako scene of the season too. Oh my god, she's like a hungry hippo. She wants more fame, more money. Smash Heaven? Hey boy! I was, like I said, and it's only through an anime, but I was very impressed with the opening play of Tokyo Blade. A little sneak peek into it, the first scene of the season. So. Oh, I like that. It's. Oh my god. He's vibing with it. Hey, maybe I've underestimated theater. Maybe it's gotten real updated these last couple years. I need someone to take me to the theater, man. Turn this guy into a fucking theater fanboy. Oh my god, dude. And this is her thing too, so it's like her boyfriend's finally sharing a passion of hers. It is very amazing when someone you care about sort of starts to like your passion. I still don't know this motherfucker's role. I missed it. I'm stupid. Shocked? Motherfucker looks young. Okay, you don't need to open with that. You could have just said hi. Normal person doesn't go, hi, I saw you earlier, I followed you to talk to you. We need to sit Goa down, and we need to sit Abiko down in a room, lock him down. And they need to collaborate. We need to look, and I would argue we need to just get them together to date. That was the go! go. Oh my god. He's the greatest of all.
リライトにも根気強く付き合ってくれるし、彼が書いた脚本の舞台はいつも客がニコニコで。
I think Goa might be my new goddamn favorite character, which makes me think that he's evil.
なかった。
どうにもならないんですか。
厳しいよ。大手
The original creator, they have a lot of power.
僕らは強くないからね。
でもどうにかできるのはライダさんだけですよ。
This guy is the coolest looking character in the show.
もう原作視点で見たらゴアさんの脚本に不満がないと言ったら嘘になるけど、全体的
I mean, I know I'm looking at this from the perspective of an audience member, but we just need to get Goa and Abiko to combine their ideas.
漫画家さんのお家って初めてです。
俺も初め。
We hate you, motherfucker.
全部デジタルなんですね。最近の主流はそうね。
漫画家さんってすごい。
Shut the fuck up, Mel.
絵も脚本も自分。
You're lucky someone dragged you here.
まあそうね。
ナッポ先生、俺に塩対応じゃ。
You were a bum.
ショーをインと欲すればまず馬を言いよう。鮫島アビコを説得できるのはこの人しかいない。
なるほど。
He's a schemer.
先生、お忙しい中ありがとうございます。いやまあ、私は月間だから暇なと。
I'm successful. I party all the time.
来られない感じですか？
まあ向こうは習慣だからね。こないだの見学も原稿の合間を縫って無理やり時間を作ってきたくらいで、基本的に週刊連載って人間のやる仕事じゃないから、脳を週刊用に。
Oda-san.
アビコ先生は今特に忙しいでしょうね。アニメ化やらなんやらで描かなきゃいけないカラーイラストの仕事だとか監修物だとかが山のようにあ
Oh
るで
my
しょうし。
god, dude.
アビコ先生とは
It's just you only have one manga too?
アシスタント同士でもあんまり会話もできなくて、ただ漫画は多弁。漫画家同士って
I love people like that.
漫画
I love when people put all their passion into one project.
どういうところでわかるんですか？だいたい絵でわかるわ。どういうところにこだわってどういうところで手を抜くのか。アビコ先生の漫画を読んですぐわかったわ。この子は他者と分かり合いたい。
Doesn't know how
けど
to.
それができずに。
Oh, I cannot wait for her and go on a date. I can't wait. I want it bad. I need it.
いい子なのよ。まあ
I hope they're of the
その
same
後
age.
サクッと終ジャンで
I hope I'm not talking out of my ass here.
編集の仕事って2つあるの。なんだと思う？
Change things and listen
売
to
れ
the
る漫画
writer.
を作らせること。
正解。1つ目はそれ。2つ目はなんだろう。
セリフ入れるとか。
宣伝とか？
Getting yelled at by the author.
売れた漫画を終わらせないこと。怖っ。ドル箱
That
連
is the
載を終わら
truth.
せたら査定に響く。メディアミックス中の作品なんてまあ終わ。
Something's popular. You want to keep pumping out shit?
その結果、こっちは忙しいんです。
Calm down.
やりません。売れた漫画家は増長していく。忙しさを言い訳にして破綻した振る舞いをしがちになる。
I really like how this story shows the positives and negatives of this business.
先生からアビコ先生を説得することはできませんか？私もアビコ先生に思うところは死ぬほどある。
Are you gonna date? Someone's gonna date Abiko. It's either gonna be Goa or Yuriko.
現場を信じて任せて。京アマはああなっちゃったんじゃないですか。
It's fine. I'll write something else.
私はこの世の創作物の9割はダ作だと思ってます。
Yes.
この世のクリエイターの9割は三流。信じられるのは自分の才覚。
Oh, we gotta have to open her up, okay? We're gonna open up her dark, soulless heart.
先生、アニメ化が決まったんです。
Aww.
早いわね。おめでとう。単行本も1000万部突破で。
God
すご
damn.
い賞ももらえるって連絡があったんです。あっという間に売れていく背中を見て、同業者として何も思わなかったわけじゃない。だけど、先生は私の師匠。
The student has surpassed the mentor.
私は人の仕事にケチつけるの得意じゃなくて、メディアミックスは割と全部お任せしちゃう主義の人だけど、本心はアビコ先生と同じ。 できることなら愛を持ってキャラに触れてほしい。キャラは自分の子供み
The
たい。
characters in the story, well, the characters is being treated with a lot of love, but she's not treating the theater aspect of it with love. Because it's not her lane.
力になれないかな。あ、こちらこそ無理なことを言ってしまって。
わかりました。でも一つだけ。これをアビコ先生に渡してもらえませんか？
Letter threatening her. I have a gun locked on your head. Change the story.
オーバーしてるの？
はい。ごめんなさい、汚い部屋で。
汚いってレベルじゃないでしょ。こんなんでアシスタント呼べるの？
今アシスタントいないんで。
え？
何度言っても絵柄合わせてくれない。
I fired them because they're sons of bitches.
来てないし。修正繰り返すより自分で書いた方が早いからクビにしま
She's
した。
so fucking talented.
いつから？
But stubborn.
先月、いや、163話の時だから2ヶ月。
Has she slept?
寝てるの？
Hey, don't copy my
一応
fucking
毎
lines.
日2時間は寝てるので、まあなんとか。
Looks like she's falling apart.
とリアルに言うなら、うつ病リタイアコース。二度と元のペースで書けなくなるわよ。
い
Yep.
やーもう死にたいですね。
Oh my god, give her a
職場
hug!
もあるし、単行本作業の書き下ろしも書かなくちゃですし。
舞台の脚本は？
Stop zooming into this fucking dirty ass creepy layer. You're making me feel even worse for her and I already care so much about her.
早くアシスタント雇いなさい。
編集にも言ってるんですが、使えそう
Yeah, because no, suitable. No one's suitable for your expectations.
ってるんですよ。あの担当使えない。
I really like this storyline so far.
アシスタントは育てるものでしょ。
そんな余裕はないです。見込みあるかなと思って育てようとしても、ちょっと厳しく言ったらやめるし。
絶対ちょっとじゃない。
A bit harsh. Fucking yelling at him, pointing guns at their face.
作品のクオリティを人質にして、まっとうなコミュニケーションから逃げてるだけじゃないの？自分がうまくやれないのを人のせいにしてるようにしか
Yeah, talk.
って回り回って自分の首を絞めるのよ。
そういうの5000万部売ってから言ってもらえます。こっちはそういうレベルで戦ってるんで。
I'll beat your ass! You talk to me, you talk to your mentor like that.
なんでのほほんとやってる人に言われたくありません。
言うようになったわね。それよ
I
り
knew you always had feelings of superiority to me.
本当に無敵の返しよ。確かに私はあんたほど売れてない。でも悪いけど私の方が
Oh no! Oh shit!
あんたのセンスに頼
Oh my god! No, guys, stop! Guys! Guys!
でもそれ
The relationship is going down the gutter.
ではない。
The true feelings are coming out.
読者にこびた展開をエンタメと勘違いした自称プロフェッショナル。
Yo, this is the most meta conversation I've ever heard.
重いこと古いやり口。
最近のトーブルがまさにそれでしょうが。読者にこび始めた12巻以降。プリンはなんだ。読者人気に気をされて。
This is awesome!
仕込んでるだろ。半端な漫画書いてんじゃねえ。
ひどい。私なりに読者の期待に応
Don't yell at me then!
しですか。売れっ子様が読者の意見でプール
Yeah, this is the best scene of the show.
あんた
Easily the best scene of the show.
誰だか忘れたか。こっちは全部お見通しなんだからな。
I feel so bad for them, but they're also both assholes.
じゃないですか。見ましたよ、今日アマのドラマ。まあひどかった。あんなの許しちゃってプライドないんですか。
そういうのよそから言われるのが一番腹立つ。みんなそれぞれ必死に仕事してんだ。そりゃ全部が大成功すれば理想でしょうけどね。
Yo, this music! Best scene of the show.
あなたも私も3本書けば2本はつまんない漫画あげるじゃない。自分が打率3割程度なのに他人の仕事には常に名作を求めるなんて虫のいい話。
Oh my god. This... Hold up! This might be one of the greatest arguments I've ever seen in anime.
私だってうまくできないことも多いわよ。根が陰キャなんだから。
先生が陰キャなら私はどうなるんですか。漫画がなければ社会不適合なただの引きこもりですよ。
I think you are still slightly unfit for society, but we're gonna help you grow out of that.
ないですか。ずるい、この陽キャ。
それくらいあなたもできるでしょ。
できる
They wanted you to be there!
私は先生みたいに他人とうまくやれないんです。
Tell her that they wanted her to be there. I feel so bad for them.
黙ってペン入れ進めなさい。
先生こそ背景なんていつぶりに書くんですか。パス油断出たらボツ出しますからね。
なめんじゃないわよ。何年プロや
It's still going, dude. That was phenomenal. Easily for me, the best scene of the show so far, probably.
今週こそやばいっていつも思いながら、なんだかんだ間に合ってしまうの。
Well, I mean, you already missed the
どうしてなん
deadline.
でしょうね。
腐っても私たちは商業漫画家だからでしょ。プライドがあるの。
Even good friends have big, bad arguments sometimes.
ひどかったですからね。朝9時始まりの深夜4時終わりとかザラ。
Jesus!
ごめんなさい。今は割とホワイトよ。
私もごめんなさい。寝不足でマルチタスクで。
Let's hug it out! Oh, my two sweet babies.
たくさん。
いいわよ。私も大概だし。
You both fucking roasted each other.
速攻で縁切られるから気をつけなさい。
どうしたら人とうまくできますか？
You don't control everything.
メディアミックスは他人との共同制作。自分だけ
You
で
have to... You give a little to get a little.
仕上がりがどうであれ、私の作品がつまんなくなったわけじゃないもの。出来が良ければメッケモンくらいに思えばいいのよ。
でも私は京アマのドラマ嫌でしたよ。先生の
Some aspects of it were okay. Yes,
今日から
but I
お世
also
話
got paid a lot of money for that shitty adaptation.
にですけど、精一杯頑張ります。私先生の大ファンで、先生みたいな漫画家になるのが夢で、京アマ世界一面白いです。
She should be a fangirl too, damn.
好きな作品汚されるのは絶対に嫌なの。私が一番よくわかってるんです。
No. She's like me, for real. Like, it's heartbreaking to see stuff you love be ruined.
不器用な子。
But at the same time, it's not the end of the world. Even if it's your own work that's being ruined. And she still has that final episode too, which is a magnum opus. I'm sure with how Aqua acted in that and the sort of respect that he gained for the, you know what I mean, staying true to the original, he would have a little bit of pull with Abiko. Now she's gonna see Goa's work and respect Goa's abilities. Holy crap, dude. Each episode just keeps getting better and better and better. And I want to repeat, I don't want to sound repetitive, but this season so far is a step above last season. I don't want people to misunderstand that as me saying, oh, season 1 was shitty, this is finally good. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that season 1 was excellent. This is above excellent. And without a doubt, I still think what was episode 6, I think it was episode 6, the first sort of Akane focused episode with the, you know, the suicide and all that. That is easily one of the strongest moments of the show. So that's like still in my head. I'm not saying like it's completely way better. But that argument scene right at the end of this episode was without a doubt my favorite moment, piece of dialogue, argument, however you want to describe it. It was my favorite thing in this show so far. Again, I've spoken about it many times, especially this season. I feel very connected to some of the core conflicts and core plots going on right now, especially with, like I said, with the La 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 storyline and the adaptations and the problems with, you know what I mean, screenwriters and all that. I feel very connected passion-wise to that aspect of the story. And like I said, these characters are phenomenal. Like, I really care for and root for and believe in so many of these guys, and so fast too. Like, it doesn't take like 20 episodes for me to fall in love with someone. It's immediate. But that argument right there was some of the best dialogue I've ever seen in anime, to be quite honest. I typically watch anime sub. It's only the only anime that I can really think of that I watched dub the first time is right now I'm watching My Hero Academia in dub for my first viewing. It's a nice change of pace. But I've always been more of a sub watcher for anime. And the one sort of slight negative is the fact that you're not getting it in the original language. So there are sometimes slip-ups in dialogue. There are sometimes, you know what I mean? It's not the most perfect, well-written dialogue. Sometimes it's a little simple to sort of make the translations as easy as possible. But every once in a while, you do get some amazing sort of, English dialogue right at the bottom of the screen. And that argument right there had some of it. I was so emotionally impacted by the dialogue. Obviously, it was almost like seeing your parents argue. Like both sides had very good points. Both sides were assholes at points. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what makes a good arguments. Arguments in real life that are, impactful and important to you. Again, not important in a good way, important in a bad way. No one likes to argue, but arguments like that have those moments where you're right. They have the moments where you're wrong. They have the moments where you're being selfish, and the ones where, you know what I mean, where you're being an asshole. And I really felt like that was a perfect sort of, you know what I mean. And the thing with arguments is that they're escalations. It started off. I feel like this is, some basic stuff here, but I mean, the argument started off very simple and very sort of, jab here, jab there, and then it, evolved into pure fucking punches right to the face. And I thought it was almost heartbreaking, seeing two friends break down like that. Obviously, with all the stress and their self conscience and how they think less of themselves and the problems they have with their work, and it was easily the best scene of the show for me. And I really liked the last two episodes. Typically in season one, Yuriko and Abiko, I feel like are now being introduced as major characters. Obviously, before this second season, they weren't really major characters. They were just in it a tiny bit. Specifically, Abiko, who was I probably had a singular line of dialogue or something like that. But what I'm saying is, in the first season, if the main protagonist Aqua wasn't being focused on, the other protagonists were, you know what I mean, Ruby, Kana, or Akane. That's, clear cut, you know what I mean? This season, it feels like Aqua, and especially Ruby, sadly, but Aqua has taken a backseat these last two episodes and has allowed for the growth of Abiko, Yuriko, and a little bit of Goa, and I would assume Goa is going to grow even more. But it's really allowed them to grow into spectacular, amazing characters of their own, and it's made me fall in love with them, and I think that is a strength of the writer. Sometimes shows have a reliance on their protagonist. And you need to sort of even if they're an excellent protagonist, sometimes they're shoehorned into every plot, every episode, to where you don't allow some of your other ensemble grow into their own characters, beloved by the audience. And I feel like this show really, that's one of their strengths. I've only watched 14 episodes, I think. I've only watched 14. This anime is so good, it feels like I've watched 30 episodes. I feel so connected and impacted by what's going on. I really enjoy it. And like I said, the character writing, one of the strengths of the show, it feels so strong. Aqua, Ruby, Kana, Akane, and I would say Abiko, Yuriko. These are some of the sort of fastest, amazing characters I've ever seen in anime. 14 episodes, that is not a lot. You know what I mean? Some animes have 14 episode filler arcs. Some, it's really not a lot of episodes. And their ability to really make me fall in love with not only 3 or 4 different storylines so far, but 6 or 7 characters. I would root for them. They're my little babies. You know what I mean? I care for them so much. They're like Abiko's manga, how she's so connected to them. I feel so connected to the characters already. We did get a little bit of Ruby. I will say it, and I don't want anyone to mistake my feelings as I'm angry at them not showing something or whatever, but I do want Ruby and Bikomachi to be focused on. So I would hope that before the Abiko and Goa stuff is fully, you know what I mean, they fully connect and they fully collaborate together to make the best story possible, and Tokyo Blade production gets resumed. I would hope that Bikomachi does something impactful in that time, while Kana, who's apparently the second most major character of the show, but while Kana has some spare time, so to speak. I cannot believe how good that argument was. I'm gonna keep that, like that was so good. That might be an episode of an anime that I just might go like, hey, randomly on a Tuesday, let me go back and watch season 2, episode 3 of Oshi Noko so I can see that argument scene again. That was, again, one of the most realistically written arguments I've seen, not just in anime, but, you know, in television. It was pretty damn good for just television in general, but specifically for anime. I love this. And then some of the stuff that I haven't mentioned so far this season that I do feel like every once in a while I do need to update you guys with my opinions. The animation is incredible. It's really so goddamn good, along with the character design. But also something that, again, was a 11 out of 10 this episode, actually, that they're continuing to do. They're continuing to upgrade. The music in the background has been so incredible. Like, I feel into it, and I keep making references to Death Note, Death Note's OST, which is by far my favorite, you know, soundtrack of any anime I've ever watched. It's sort of, it's just, Death Note is one of those rare animes where after I finished watching Death Note once, and I listened to the OST, I could genuinely, for 80% of the songs, go, okay, oh, this song was in episode 7. This song was in episode 10. Like, typically, I'm not really good at sort of placing exactly where I heard the OST. With Death Note, because it was so iconic, and also, like, don't take this the wrong way, the themes were like simple. Like, they weren't like some complicated, you know, 800 instrument orchestra. They were sort of simple yet impactful beats. And I keep making references to Death Note because Oshi Noko does have the one theme that does sound very similar to one of Death Note's themes, but all of the music in general, it's sort of giving me that same vibe of, like, it's so memorable. It's, you know, I can visualize and remember exactly where some of these themes were being used. And I don't know if I've talked about it on this reaction series, my Oshi Noko reactions. I am a huge instrumental music fan. I have like 6 or 7 different instrumental music playlists. I go through all my favorite sort of shows and movies and video games, and I, you know, sort of compile all my favorite songs from them, and then just listen to them on the regular. Obviously, the minute I finish season 2, I will definitely be going through Oshi Noko's soundtrack, and sort of just hearing some of this stuff and adding it to my playlist, because it's all bangers, it's all hits. So, and like I said, I keep singling out the first 3 episodes of season 2 and season 2 in general as me loving it so much. Every episode of the show has been a banger. Every moment has been incredible. This is a really goddamn good show. I'm very happy that I started it, and I'm very happy to be continuing it. So I think that that's going to be it for this episode. I am very excited to see, obviously, the rest of this amazing La La Lai storyline, and I'm so excited. Again, I don't know, this show, this free run right now, they're making me suckers for romance or something like that, or just human connection and interaction. Like, I want to see Abiko and Goa not only kissy kissy, but I just want to see them sort of, you know what I mean, collaborate on this passion project of theirs. So I'm very excited to see how that plays out. I will see you guys in a couple days. If you guys did like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I have got the Flying Through Action up on Patreon in multiple weeks ahead. Blah, 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 blah. Check out the comments. You guys know. And most importantly, if you did like the video, please subscribe. It really does help me out, and I would really appreciate it. You guys have a good one.